Hi, I'm Anastasia. Welcome to this prenatal yoga practice. Today we're focusing on upper body strength and mobility, which is something that every individual needs regardless of being pregnant or post-pregnancy. What makes this practice a little unique prenatal-wise and postnatal-wise is that we won't take certain positions like very deep twists. We won't lie flat on the stomach, and we will not lie flat on the back. So, of course, you can modify any of the movements, any of the postures and vinyasas as you need to challenge yourself appropriately. So if yoga practice in general is safe for you, then this one should be as well. In our daily lives, we have a lot of things we have to move and carry with our upper bodies. This involves a lot of rounding forward, so we tend to get a lot of work naturally through the pecs and the biceps and some in the shoulders. We get very tight through the chest. So we will work through the upper body today, but we are going to focus on opening the chest and shoulders too, to counter those kind of typical daily life movements and really think about our posture. So go ahead and find yourself a comfortable seated position. It does not have to be cross-legged, but it can be. Sit up nice and tall. Stack one vertebra on top of the other. Crown of your head reaching up to the ceiling. Place your hands comfortably in your lap or on your legs. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Nice open space in your chest to receive your breath. You're welcome to close your eyes to bring that focus inward. We start to move the breath in and out the nose only. Long, slow inhales, filling up the chest cavity and abdomen completely with air. And full exhales, pushing out every drop of that breath. As we slow the breath, we calm the body, and we quiet the mind, slowly pushing away those outside noises, worries, concerns. With your next few inhales, take a little inventory of your body, noting how all the different parts of it are feeling this afternoon. If any part of it is in need of some extra care or attention, just make a mental note of it so that you can do so throughout our practice. With your next few exhales, let go of your day. Anything you've already done, whatever you have left to do, anything troubling your mind or your spirit, just drifting away. With your body and mind connected in this space, please silently set an intention for your practice. It could be something physical, like becoming stronger, or something mental, like finding peace. Set yours silently now. You're welcome to have your eyes closed at any time during our practice. Just be aware that this affects your balance. And please maintain this nasal breath. We'll begin to move. Drop your chin toward your chest, keeping the shoulders down and back. Roll the right ear toward the right shoulder and continue in this slow circle. Thinking about lengthening, creating more space between the vertebrae rather than crunching them down. Once your chin reaches your chest again, reverse direction. Pause with your chin at your chest. Take a big inhale to open the arms, lift the chest and face. Exhale to round like you're giving a great big hug. Follow your breath. Know that we never have to use the same ranges of motion. We never have to move in unison. Once more. And pause. Releasing back to a neutral position. Let's go ahead and take those legs out in front of us. You can take them a little bit wide, especially if you need to create some space for the belly. So a little V is going to feel pretty good here. We're going to utilize our upper body strength to deepen our stretch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we hinge forward. If it works, you can hook those big toes with your peace fingers or just grab on wherever is convenient and use your strong arms, that bicep strength, to draw your body both forward and downward, as if the top of your head would shoot beyond your toes. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's take a big inhale to reach up. Exhale, twist to your right. You can use the leg for leverage. Now, if you are pregnant, which I am as well, but I'm not to the point where I've got much obstruction here, we want to be cautious about how deeply we twist. Maybe you stay with the inside of the same leg instead of going across your body. Shoulders are down and back, spiraling those vertebrae up toward the ceiling. Next inhale, we reach up. Exhale, twist to your left. Again, we can use that same leg as we twist or go to the opposite one. And we can use those arms as leverage against the leg on the floor. Utilize that upper body strength. And inhale, lift. Exhale, release your hands behind you. We'll bend the knees. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see me a little better. Fingers face your butt. Toes look forward about hip width. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift into tabletop. So we're pushing those glutes up. You can look forward up or drop your head back. And thinking about how those arms are working, supporting you, strong through the shoulders. Inhale and exhale, release. Just rock your legs side to side a little bit. Wonderful. Let's now find bound angle, Baddha Konasana. So we're going to draw the heels in toward the groin as close as they can come. Move any extra flesh out from under your sitting bones. And again, we can use those peace fingers to hook the big toes. Allow your feet to open up like a book and everything else will follow. Don't worry if your knees are up high, that's okay. Inhale, exhale, use your strong arms to draw your body downward. Now, If you need more space here, just slide those heels out a little more. You can use your elbows to push the knees down, but really use those strong arms to draw downward. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's just slide those legs out a little bit if they're not already there for another spine twist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to your right. Again, we can use that same leg as leverage or reach across if that's safe. If you're not sure what's safe, just move cautiously. Always encourage having a discussion with your healthcare provider about what might be safe for you specifically. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist to your left. And inhale, lift. Exhale, release your arms behind you. So again, I'll turn sideways just so you can see the form a little better. You can do that tabletop again, or you can stretch your legs long to move into upward facing plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, we lift. Pushing those hips and belly up. You can look forward, up, or drop your head back. Strong arms and shoulders supporting you. Breathe, 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 and release. Very nice. Let's just rock those knees a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and move on to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tops of the feet relaxed on your mat. You're welcome to come to your fists if your wrists need more support. Inhaling and exhaling through cat-cow. Inhale, face and hips lift, belly drops. Exhale to round, drawing your navel up and in. Follow your breath. One more cycle of breath. And we'll find neutral spine. So in neutral spine, I want you to make sure your head is not dangling down. Draw your chin up and back. And I want you to soften your elbows just a little bit. So rather than that inside of your elbow pointing forward with a locked elbow, they're looking toward each other. From here, we're going to move the weight onto the right arm, just barely lifting that left arm without turning that elbow. So that pit of your elbow is still looking toward the other arm. We feel the core engaging and the arm working. And switch to the left. Make sure you continue to breathe in and out your nose only. Very normal if one side feels very different than the other. And again, weight onto the right side. And weight onto the left side. Very nice. From here, let's spread the fingers wide, index fingers forward, tuck your toes, lift back and up to downward facing dog. Press the chest back toward your thighs, look through your legs. Feel free to pedal through your feet or wiggle your hips. Do what feels good. If it's hard to have your head below your heart for very long. Just come back to that cat-cow whenever you need. From here, we hinge forward into a high plank. So in your high plank, you're welcome to be up on your toes or down on your knees if your back needs more support. This is different than our all fours position because our hips are dropped down and our core is engaged. From here, we march. Right arm goes down, left arm goes down. Right arm comes up, left arm comes up. Let's do it again, leading with the right. Of course, you can be up on your toes. And now the left. Leading with the left, left down, left up, right up, and one more time. From here, let's take those knees wide, sit the hips back to the heels, forehead comes down in child's pose, arms can reach. We can bring the hands around the head in prayer or around the legs. For our purposes today, I really like the hands behind the head in prayer because if we wiggle those elbows right around the head and point those elbows forward, we get this nice stretch through the triceps and shoulders. Nice release from those marches we just did. You can come to child's pose anytime you need a rest, or if something is not working for you or you just need a break. Welcome to come here anytime. Let's move back to all fours. Again, you can be on the fists if the wrists need more support. Inhaling and exhaling through cat-cow. Articulate the spine, follow your breath. Find neutral spine, neither arched nor rounded. We draw that chin up and back to line up those cervical vertebrae with the rest. Soften the elbows a little to get the eyes of the elbows pointing at each other. We move the weight onto that right arm. And this time, let's reach the left. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. Hold and breathe. And release. Left eye of the elbow looks in. Move the weight onto the left arm and reach the right. Hold and breathe, hold and breathe, hold and breathe, and release. We do it once more on each side. Soft right elbow, hover, and reach. Notice that it might feel very different on the two sides. Release. We recognize that that's normal. And our practice of yoga helps to bring those two sides into balance. Shifting the weight to the left, and we reach. And release. Spread those fingers wide, index fingers forward, tuck your toes, lift back and up, downward facing dog. Press the chest back toward the thighs, look through your legs. Again, you can pedal or wiggle. Shift forward to your high plank. You can be on your toes or your knees. And we move through that march, taking those feet or knees wider if needed. Right forearm down, left forearm down, right up, left up. Do it again. Try to keep breathing In and out the nose only. We switch to the left. I know this is more vigorous. That's okay. And we drop to the knees. Take them as wide as you want. Untuck the toes, sit back. Again, I think it'll feel nice for our practice today to bring those hands into reverse prayer. Let's return to hands and knees. We'll tuck the toes, lift back and up, and we'll just walk the feet into the hands. They're somewhat separated as you melt into forward fold. Top of the head draws downward. Shake it yes and no. Make sure it's dangling heavy, like a bowling ball from a string. Grasp your elbows if that feels good and rock or sway. Let go the elbows. Soften your knees. Roll up slowly. Head comes up last. Give your shoulders a big roll up to your ears and down and back. Abdomen and tailbone are pulled tight here in our mountain pose, Tadasana. This is also a very convenient rest that you can come to should you need it. Settle that breath. In our sun salutations today, taking a little variation for our forward fold and making a little more out of our chaturanga. Let's interlace those fingers behind the back. Open the chest and shoulders, pushing them down so the hands slide down your back and your glutes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, nod the chin and dive it down. So the hands can rest on your back, or if it works for you, they can float over. Make sure your neck is relaxed. If you need it even more deeply stretchy here, place your palms together. Release the arms while you're still down. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. You can touch thighs, shins, or floor. Exhale, hands come down. Walk, step, or jump to your plank. Again, you can be on the toes or the knees. From here, we take 5 chaturanga push-ups. The elbows stay close to your body, scraping your sides. I'm going to face you for this first set, just so you can see the proper position of the arms. And you can be in your full plank here. Fingers are looking forward, elbows stay close. We come down and up. We're not coming all the way to the floor. If you're pregnant, especially further along in the pregnancy, you're not going all the way down regardless. So we're not going to put pressure on the belly. On your 5th, you can come all the way down or scoop into your cobra or upward facing dog. Cobra will keep those thighs connected and those elbows are soft, so they're still working. Let's go ahead and press back. Tuck your toes, lifting into your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Feet slightly separated, release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Pause for a moment. We're going to do 2 more rounds of that sun salutation variation. Interlace your fingers behind you. Put the unnatural one on top. Open the chest and shoulders, sliding those hands down. Inhale. Exhale, dive it down. Neck is relaxed. You can allow those arms to float over if that feels okay. While you're still down, let go of the arms. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, hands come down, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Knees or toes. We inhale at the top. Exhale, chaturanga push-up. Inhale, lift, knees or toes. Exhale, lower, not all the way down. 3 more. And this last one, you can come all the way down if it's appropriate for you, or lifting into your cobra or tops of the feet, upward facing dog. And release, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Once more. Interlace those fingers behind you. Open the chest and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, nod the chin, dive it down. Relax your neck, arms can float over the body if that feels good for you. Release your arms while you're still down. Inhale, half lift, look forward, flatten your back. Exhale, hands come down, walk, step, or jump to your plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, 5 chaturanga push-ups. We exhale down. Inhale up, toes or knees. Still breathing in and out the nose only. Take your time. On the 5th, we scoop into our cobra or our upward facing dog. If you're in your cobra, your elbows are still soft, still working those triceps. And release, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or jump forward. Release and fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, palms to your heart. Pause here for a moment. Abdomen and tailbone pulled in, shoulders relaxed. Feel your heart beating faster. Use your breath to slow down that heart rate. Breath moves in and out the nose. Remind yourself of your intention. I know when we work upper body strength in yoga, this can be a lot on our wrists, so just take this moment to kind of roll out those wrists. Know that that is another part of our body that can gain strength over time. It's normal for those wrists to feel tired, but of course, use caution and take rest as you need. So not as much here on the wrist, although we're still going to engage different parts of the upper body. Let's take a big inhale, lift. Exhale, palms to your heart as you step that left leg back into our crescent high lunge. All 10 toes are looking forward. We're going to lift that back knee away from the floor. Here, your hands are at your heart, shoulders are down and back, and I want you to press the heels of your hands together, energetically engaging those pectoral muscles. A lot of this upper body engagement in this vinyasa is hard to see, but if you really engage and press those heels of hands together here, you're going to feel that work happening. From here, we find a balance. Release the arms, and we're going to come into our warrior three, lifting that back leg off the floor, squaring the hips. It's okay if we lose our balance, we come back to it. We're going to raise those arms to a T, and from here, we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together, release a little. Squeeze a little, release a little. I should say squeeze a lot, release a lot. Two more. And last one. Very nice. Step way back, lining up, back in step with front heel to find warrior two. We reach those arms energetically long. Just reaching long engages those triceps and shoulders. But from here, we're going to circle those arms forward 10 times. Tiny circles. And backward. Very nice. Extend that leg. All 10 toes look outward. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. We sit it down into goddess pose, and the elbows draw down and back like we want them to kiss. We want to engage those lat muscles, the biggest upper body muscle group on the back. They help support the posture. And extend arms and legs, toes look forward, inhale, exhale, dive it down, and again we're going to use that upper body strength to grab on somewhere. You can hook those big toes again if that works. Use those bicep muscles to draw the top of the head toward the floor where the hips lift high. And very slowly we start to roll it up, pushing away. We don't want to pop up. We want to take our time so we don't become dizzy, and step forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back to high lunge with that right leg. On the other side now, lift that right knee away from the floor. It doesn't matter how low you go, that's up to you. Shoulders down and back, press the heels of your hands together. Release, and we lift off of that back leg, lifting it high, squaring the hips to our warrior three. Arms lift, and then we squeeze the shoulder blades together, release a little. Squeeze and release. Breathe. It's okay if we lose the balance, okay if it's not perfect. After the fifth, we step back, lining up, back in step with front heel to our warrior two. Draw in abs and glutes, and we circle those arms forward 10 times, small circles, and go back. From here, we extend all 10 toes, look out. Inhale, exhale, sitting down, drawing elbows down and back, squeezing those lat muscles. Only sitting down as low as you want. Extend and reach, toes look forward, inhale, exhale, dive it down. Grab on wherever works. Use that bicep strength to draw the top of your head toward your mat. Pelvis lifts high. And we roll up very slowly. And we step forward. Taking a moment here to relax the arms and shoulders, to make sure the breath is moving in and out the nose, to refocus upon the intention. So I mentioned how our daily life occurrence of carrying things like groceries or children can put a lot of work through the pecs and shoulders. But there's huge importance in that. We know the function of being able to do that is very important to our daily lives. So we can utilize our yoga practice not just to relieve the stress that we feel from doing those daily life things, but also to build the strength we need to do them successfully. Take an inhale, lift. Exhale, step back with that left leg, palms to your heart. Lift that knee, high lunge. Shoulders are down and back. Press your palms together. We release that engagement of the pecs, and we move off of that back foot to find our warrior three. Square the hips, arms lift, and we squeeze those shoulders together and release. Squeeze together and release. 3 more. Very nice. Step back. Warrior 2, lining up, pulling in, reach long. Drishti your gaze over front middle finger. 10 small circles forward. 10 small circles back. Extend the leg, all 10 toes look out. Inhale, exhale, elbows draw down and back as we sit into goddess pose with our exaggerated cactus arms. Extend arms and legs, toes look forward, inhale, exhale, dive it down, grab on wherever it works. Use that bicep strength to draw downward, relax your neck. Come up slowly. 1 vertebra at a time, not popping up. Step forward. 1 more time through that vinyasa. Take a beat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. High lunge, lift that back knee. Shoulders are down. Press those palms together, especially at the heel of the hand. Release, and we lift into our warrior three. Knowing it's okay if we're wobbly. We squeeze those shoulders, release a little. Squeeze them together like you want to smash a grape in between them. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And step back, warrior two. Reach long, draw in. Gaze. Dristi over front middle finger. And we circle forward. Circle backward. We extend the leg, all 10 toes, look out, reach the arms, inhale, exhale, goddess pose, cactus arms, squeezing those elbows down and back, like we're placing those shoulder blades into deep pockets. Extend arms and legs, toes look forward. Inhale, exhale. Dive it down, grab on wherever works. Use the bicep strength to draw downward. Slowly come up, 1 vertebra at a time. Step forward. We'll inhale, exhale, dive it down, and just step back to find a child's pose. Your child's pose may be with those hands in reverse prayer. Slowing the breath, calming the body. Let's go ahead and come on up to a seated position. You can find your comfortable seat. Again, doesn't matter whether it's crossed legs or not. Shoulders are down and back. With that extra upper body work, we may have noticed maybe getting some tightness through those traps. Very normal, but we'll stretch it out. Drop your chin toward your chest. Right ear toward the right shoulder. If you want a little extra here, you can reach those left fingertips out to the side and or use the right hand on the side of the head. Release your head and your arms, roll your chin toward your chest, and lift your face. Left ear toward left shoulder. If it feels good, reach those right fingertips out to the side. And if you would like, left fingertips gently to your head. release. Roll your chin toward your chest and bring the hands, fingertips to the base of your skull, just drawing the chin toward your chest a little more. And release. We noticed probably, again, a lot of work through the forearms and wrists. Let's stretch out. Bring that right hand forward like you're saying stop. And we're going to use those left fingertips to just draw those fingers back, stretching through the forearm and the wrist. And now point those fingers down, same thing. And trying to draw onto the back of your hand rather than the fingertips here. Release, and now the left hand comes forward as if to say stop. We'll draw those fingers back. And now the fingers will point down. Release. Extend those legs out again to that V. We're going to inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it forward. If you need to bend your knees to grab onto those toes, please do. If the knees don't need to be bent, that's fine. From here, we're going to push the toes into the hands to draw the shoulders down and away and round the back. So pressing forward, I'll turn to the side here so you can see this a little better. If I'm just grabbing on, I'm a little tall. If I push, I round. Stretching through the shoulders and the spine. Pushing my toes into my hands. Inhale and exhale, release. And let's take those arms once more behind the body to stretch the chest and shoulders. Nod the chin, we'll roll it down. And take the arms where they want to go here. Maybe it's just gently resting down, squeezing back a little, like we did with our forward fold. And release. Please do any other postures or stretches that you need to do to prepare for our Shavasana, our final resting pose. Now, if you are pregnant, then you may be at a place where it's no longer safe to lie on your back. So you can lie on your side, or you can just sit and meditate, would be just fine. So please do what's safe for you in your Shavasana and what you're going to find relaxing. Right now I'm at 16 weeks. I can still lie on my back, but I'm gonna lie on my side too, just because it feels better. So let's bring it all the way down slowly. When you find that nice resting position, just want you to think about relaxing all of the muscles in your body. Your toes and your feet relax. Your calves and your knees. Your thighs, your hips, your buttocks. Your abdomen, spine, chest, back, shoulders. Upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands. All the muscles in your face. Relax so that your eyelids become heavy and your breath becomes natural. Let your mind drift away to somewhere very, very peaceful. start to wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly waking them up. Rock your head side to side. If you're not already in a fetal position, go ahead and roll into one. When you're ready, use your two strong arms to push you into a comfortable seated position. Does not have to be crossed legs, but it can be. Sit up tall, stack your vertebra, and once again, close your eyes. Think about your intention. Thank yourself for working toward it. Know that you did something wonderful for your body, your mind, and your spirit, and you did indeed strengthen and mobilize your upper body. Take a big inhale, lift the arms overhead, exhale through the mouth, bringing the palms to your heart. Thank you so much for letting me teach you today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. My name's Anastasia. Very happy to get to share this practice with you today. If you feel motivated to hit that like button, please do. If you feel motivated to subscribe, please do. And I will have more prenatal focused practices for you weekly for the next many weeks, and all having a different theme. So remember, these are appropriate for everyone. Don't feel like just because you are not pregnant or you haven't had a child, or if that isn't going to be part of your life, that's okay. These are wonderful practices for anybody. Have a beautiful day.